All right. Hello, everybody. Okay, this is spooky time here. Just doing something different this time. I feel like I'm yelling at myself. Okay, cool. All right. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me today or tonight. We're in some fun. We always got fun. Yes, sirree. Don't forget to follow, like, and share, folks. Yes, gotta do that. Help me out. Okay. Get a little organization here. Okay. All right. We're going to be doing some spooky time. But before we do all that, I'm going to give you my little spiel. All right. Uh, okay. My name is Bernadette, in case you didn't know it. Also, I am a psychic medium, in case you didn't know that either. Okay. I've been born with these abilities my entire life, so nothing, nothing shocks me. Okay. Um, Also, uh, if you want to learn more about me and how I grew up with these abilities, I do have a YouTube channel. The link is on my bio. It takes you my YouTube, and I share my childhood experience with the public. Okay, so you guys will know firsthand that strange things has been happening in my life. Okay, and it still keeps happening. All right. Even through my junior high and high school years and adult life and now. Okay. I haven't added that portion of it yet because I've only got to the kid part. I think I'm all the way up to 12 years old. I haven't got to the junior high and high school and married and kids and all that. Okay. But I will be uploading my information, my experience as well. So, so this isn't something that all of a sudden I wanted to do this. I had no plans to do this. Okay, matter of fact, I was sought out by spirit to do this work, and they were telling me this is your purpose in life, and this lifetime right now is for me. They're saying for me to connect with people to provide some type of healing and comfort for those that need help. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, I share that part of my experience as well on the YouTube channel, so I'm not going to get into a whole lot of details on that. You can learn that on my YouTube channel. Okay, so just to let you know that this is something that I just didn't all of a sudden assume or think or went to school for to do psychic medium, be a psychic medium. For one thing, I never been to school to learn any of my abilities. I never had never had a mentor to teach me or to I can call up and say, "Hey, I'm going through this. What does this mean?" I never had any of that. All right. I was basically alone. Oops. I was basically alone in this. All right. And how I learned to develop my abilities the correct way and had me understand how all this works through me is from the spirit teachers themselves, my team. All right. Okay, so and if once you check out my childhood, you begin to see how developed I became and how I got older. It started to get stronger. You'll notice that through all the different experiences that I share. So, and you can imagine what it's like during my junior high and high school years. All right, if I was experiencing things already being a kid, how much more of that experience is happening while I'm an adult, right? I have to upload some information on that. I haven't got to that part yet, but it's a story. I'm telling you, it's amazing story. Okay, sometimes having these abilities. I had somebody ask me last night, do you feel like it's a blessing or a curse to have these abilities. And I said, no, I never thought it was a curse or anything like that. It is an annoyance, though, because you get information and it's like, I don't want to hear about that. Okay, I don't want to hear it, but it comes to you anyway, and that's how connected I am with um energy. Okay, so it's an annoyance during my younger years, but as I got older, I kind of learned to work with it, and and then, then I had a child, and all kinds of stuff happening. So you'll learn all that on YouTube. Okay, and so that's why I'm here. Is actually my spirit teacher says, why don't we go on to TikTok and expand a little bit? Because right now, before I did this, I was on Facebook, and I have about 1,300 people there. And my Facebook group is just a learning group. There's no readings, no mediumship, or anything like that. It's just strictly learning. I call it a sanctuary schoolhouse, because that's all it is learning. That's it. Okay, and in learning and insights as well. Okay, so all the tools that I share with everybody that wants to learn is through the spirit teachers. I have never read any of the metaphysic books or anything. I only own four. I only own four books, and that's the four books that the spirit teachers wanted me to learn about me, about my own energy, about how my abilities work, and I have a name for each of my abilities, which I didn't know because I grew up in the church, in a Christian church. So I wasn't really into the metaphysic spiritualism or anything like that. I'm still not, okay? And I still don't have a whole lot of books either, even afterwards. The four books that I have, I don't even have the writers' other books that they produced. I just kept the four that I have, and that's it. I don't know anything else that's out there. All right, all the information I'm getting is from the spirit team, or the angels, or prophets, or whoever wants to chime. Okay, so that's where I'm getting all the information from. I'm like I said, I don't have a large bookcase of metaphysic books or anything like that. That doesn't interest me, because the thing that I see that's interesting is that everybody has their own perception and their own experience of what of their idea, how they see what they write when they write the book. But for me personally, I don't write, I don't talk about what I see. I talk about what I hear. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and so sometimes when I say something that the spirit team wants me to say, sometimes it's a conflict with other people who believe in this certain idea or perception of a certain topic. And that's okay. Okay, I'm not saying, don't believe them. I always say, trust your intuition, follow that, because our intuition is linked to our soul, and our soul will never stir us wrong. Our soul lets us know if something feels off, if something feels uncomfortable, something doesn't feel right, um, or something feels not good or negative, then go by that. Okay, because I'm not going to tell anybody, don't do this and don't do that, do that. I always say, follow your intuition, because your soul is linked to that. Follow it. All right, trust it. Okay, that's all I say. Trust it. So it doesn't matter who talks, who writes these books, and what their idea is, or what their perception is, or maybe what their experience is. It doesn't matter. Okay, because the spirit on the other side looks into our world and see what's popping up. And what they're noticing is that there's a lot of spirit tags on things that actually is not spiritual. It's a lot of it is psychological. It's a lot of headspace, a lot of head chatter going on, or whatever. It has nothing to do with spirit. Has nothing to do with learning. It's not has nothing to do with giving. Has nothing to do with expression, or has nothing to do with discovery of oneself. All right. So I know there's a lot of people that wants to find a reading where as a guidance, but again, always follow your intuition. Don't assume just because something says spiritual or they claim to be spiritual that it means it is from an actual spirit. Okay. And everybody talks about a spirit led, right? Well, how do you does your soul feel like that this person is spirit led? Does it feel like that? Or you're just hearing it and in your head it sounds good. You don't feel it, right? It's different. So that's why a spirit team always looks out for us. And like I said, it's sometimes it's conflict and it doesn't drive with other people what they say. It doesn't matter if they're seasoned, experienced, PhD, it doesn't matter. Spirit on the other side are experts. They know what they're talking about. Okay? So I don't argue, I don't question it. I said, okay, I'll go ahead and bring forth the message or insights that needs to come out. All right. That's why I always say, don't shoot the messenger. All right. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm coming forth with love. All right, and help to make sure people understand how there are fakes out there, and there are people are very good at how to get information in a reading without actually being connected to spirit. Okay. And you got to watch out for that because there are some people that can pull in information out of you by certain questions, and then they form that reading narrative for you. That has nothing to do with connection to spirit at all. It's all about psychological information. That's what you're giving them. Like I said, they'll ask you questions and you respond, and sometimes you get a little excited and you say more than that you should have. Boom, they got more ammo, they got more information out of you, and now they're going to start forming a reading without ever connecting to spirit at all. Okay, so you got to watch out. You got to watch out for those people. I'm not, don't come to me like, is this person real? Is this person real? Because I have a few, and there was one that I was actually concerned about because it has to do with about someone being unalive. Okay, and that's very dangerous. Um, okay, so being taking this work of being a psychic medium is a serious job. Some people glorify it because everybody's doing it, but it is does if a person is not careful and using their discernment of reading that person, you got to be careful on how you talk to them because you don't know if they have any mental illness. Okay, sometimes spirit will let us know, oh, this person is a little sensitive. You got to be careful how you talk to them. That's how spirit tells me. So I always treat everybody with respect, regardless. Even if spirit tells me this person is exercised, be careful. They'll hit me up. They'll give me a heads up about it, but I treat everyone the same, with respect. Hi, Deborah. With respect. And no question is a dumb question. Okay? I know I get some that are funny, but that's all fun. But there's no question to be a dumb question. If it's important to you, then it's important to me that you get the answer. That's how I see it. Okay? So if you find somebody who claims to be doing any type of spirit work and they're talking down to you or being sarcastic or treating you like you're not intelligent, then it's time for you to just, okay, I don't think you're the one for me to ask questions because that's disrespectful. People who do the spirit work are not supposed to be talking down. All right, I mean that's just defeating the purpose of what a medium or a psychic medium is supposed to be. We're supposed to uplift and help people, not bring them down and make them feel dumb. That's wrong. Okay. All right. So I want you to follow your intuition. Make sure you do that. Okay. You use your intuition and get a feel. Does this person, is up and up, being positive, encouraging, helpful, loving? Do you feel that warm vibe? Are they enjoyable to listen to? Okay, I mean, there's a lot of factors that you want to check your marks. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being a skeptic. Matter of fact, I welcome it. I get those all the time. Believe it or not, I get them all the time. All right. And it doesn't phase me because I'm a skeptic too, because I always challenge spirit. Like, oh, really? All right, you gotta show me. And I'm a medium, okay? I always challenge them, and they don't mind because they want to prove themselves to us. Say, we are real back here. We hear you, we see you. All right, we care about you. All right. So that's why I wrote on my profiles that our loved ones, there is life on the other side because they show us every day, either through signs, music, sayings, sensing, feeling, dreams. Okay, they show music, sayings, sensing, feeling, dreams. Okay, they show us even at worst times. You'll hear the song that reminds you of them, or you'll happen to see something that maybe you saw something on TV that you and a loved one used to watch all the time. Brings back wonderful memories. That's how spirit works, and that's how they support our love. That's how they support us, the living. Okay, they support us by that and love us. Make sure, hey, I'm still here. All right, I'm still here. I still love you. You're not alone. Okay. Okay. All right. I had to get a little sentimental over there for a minute, but I felt that it was needed to be said, because there's too many people out there that claim to be a psychic medium, and they're pulling information and they're forming a narrative of that reading because they're going by the questions that they ask you. Okay. So you really want to test them, just do yes, no. That's it. That's how you can test them. And then they'll start pulling cards. Okay. All right. I don't need cards. I have cards. They're fun, but I don't need cards to get messages and do that. I don't need birth dates. I don't need photos. Okay. I don't need any of that. All right. Okay.